The following is a presentation of Opie TV.
Great putts, great moments. It's on Putt-Putt.
It's a great putt for a hole-in-one, and the pressure falls heavy on Tracy Moore's shoulders. He must make the hole-in-one.
If you miss, you will have an issue for your deuce putt. All right, here's Paul's putt. It's on the way. It's tracking. It's tracking. Just enough to fall in. That's what we call cup speed, folks.
Lining up and in. Oh, Chase now on the tee. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to High Point for the Thursday night local. This is the March 12th edition, and tonight we're going to be playing on the Cookout course, officially course 1. This is our season opener here in High Point. We're going to have a field of about 10 players tonight. We dealt with a lot of rain earlier in the day. It left here about 4 hours ago, around 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's been bright and sunny throughout since. However, this was part of a cold front, and the temperatures have dropped dramatically since yesterday. Where we've had temperatures that were in the 70s and 80s during the week, it is now about 35 to 40 degrees cooler than it was 24 hours ago. The temperature here in High Point is sitting at 47 degrees. Winds are out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. It's gusting upwards of 15 to 20. The humidity is at 32%. But it's going to be a real chilly evening tonight as we start 2026 here. Be sure you like and subscribe to our channel, NCOP 2006. And also help support the channel by donating using one of these platforms you see there at the bottom of the screen. So there you have it. Let's check out the pairings for tonight. Okay, we have 10 players tonight. We're going to be going in twosomes. And as you can see, we titled tonight's tournament Opie's Birthday Bash Spectacular. Some random person is celebrating a birthday this week. And we're honoring it tonight.
Happy birthday, Opie!
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but happy birthday to Opie. Alright, so there's the lineup for tonight. Let's go out and get our action underway. And we're off and running here with Chase Ferguson first on the tee. Pairings tonight were based on the last winter tournament played 2 weeks ago. Chase won that tournament in a playoff over Rick. First putt of the season is an ace. And now Rick Beard on the tee. And that is also in. So 2 aces out of the gate. We'll go to the second hole. That's missed right, and that'll be a tap and deuce there for Chase. Next tee shot is pushed to the left, and he'll get us 2 there. And back to the first hole. Next twosome coming up. This will be Brett Newman. That's pulled. And he'll putt this for 2. Got to hit the back of the cup. Got a couple special rulings here. Holes 1 and 10 have water in the cup, therefore deuces are good if it's reasonable. And now next up on the tee with Brett is Dylan Robinson. Oh, it kicked hard and it crossed over. That'll be a 2. We'll Chase here on 3. Got a straight kick off the back rail. He'll make this for 2.
I don't know if you know, but picked that up close to the ball. I did not.
Oh, he's in behind the triangle now, putting for 3. All right, change back to even par. We'll go to 2. Actually, we'll go to 3. We'll watch Rick on the tee. No, that hopped over the hole. He's going to get a 2. Dylan on the tee at 2. Caught the right lip. He'll tap that 18-inch putt for 2. All right, let's watch Rick play hole 4. Actually, no, we can go to 1 now. We're going to our third pairing of 5 tonight, and this is Daniel Kearns. It's got to kick hard. Yep, it's in. Good putt. And playing with Daniel tonight, this is Randy Simpson. No, that caught the right lip as it came to the hole. Randy's going to get a 2. Go to 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, pick it up. Just one ball, sneak ball.
All right, Brett's getting a 2. We go to 5. First look at the hole here, where the hole sits right at the edge of the hill there. Putts break from right to left, coming down the fairway. Eric's tee shot is in, good putt. Swing back to 3. Dylan off the angle and triangle, and it's missed the left. He'll get his 2. And here is Chase on the tee at 5. Chase pushed it out, or pulled it out. He puts left-handed. He'll putt for 2. Let's look at Randy on the tee here at 2. And Randy gets the ace front door down. Lift off there, so that'll be a par. Back to the first hole, pairing number 4. First up will be Keith Waters. Ironic that we see him tonight, considering that his beloved Duke Blue Devils are playing right now in the ACC tournament against Florida State. He's going to get a 2. He's paired with David Kreger. And that's going to miss there to the left. He'll have his 2. One more group to go. We'll go to 7. First look at the hole here with the long brick there, about 6 feet from the tee mat. Chase Ferguson's on the tee. That's gonna be, oh, it stopped in its dead its tracks right there. We go back to 1, and here's your final group of the night. And on the tee first is Joe Fesperman. It's pulled. Joe's going to get a 2. You can pick it up, if it's reasonable, you can pick it up tonight. And the final player of the tournament here is Steven Atkins. That's got to hurry. Nope, we caught the lip. Got some deuce there. So all 10 players on the tournament playing tonight are on the course. And let's make our first look at hole 6. This is the drop-off hole, with 2 pipes there past that drop. Dylan Robinson will be on the tee. And it's racing, and he got too much speed off the back rail. So got this for 2. And now Brett Newman on the tee. That is in there for Brett. Nice putt. So let's go to 9. Our first look at the straight hole. 2 pipes behind it, behind the hill. Looking at Rick tapping it, his par there. Chase Ferguson on the tee. You can see most players play bank shot off the right rail about halfway down the fairway. Others play it straight down. Looks to be right. And that'll be a tap in 2 there. All right, go back to hole 7. That's another hole. We got water in the cup, so deuces will be good if it's reasonable. Dylan's tee shot. And that is in there. Nice shot for Dylan. Let's look at hole 10. First look at the check mark hole. Rick's left of the cup. And he'll pick the ball up for his 2. Then we'll look at 8. First look at the 1 pipe hole. Tee shot Dylan is in there. Nice shot. Let's go.
Hit the rail? Yeah, I missed it.
Look at 5. Daniel just caught the left lip. He'll putt for 2 at at the hill there. David Greger's on 4. Slid off that rail. That'll be a 2. And we'll see Chase on the tee at 11, where the hole situates at the corner there. Looks good. Nice shot. All right, let's go to 3. First, checking out Steven on the tee. And that's in off the triangle. Good putt. From one left-hander to the other. Daniel on 6. Pushed it out right. And he'll putt this for 2. Off the back. Whoa, what was that? Back to 3. Joe Festerman. Well, he's behind the triangle. He'll have a tough deuce putt forthcoming. First look at 12. The hole it breaks from right to left as it crosses down the fairway. Chase on the tee. Drains it. Good putt. Watching Keith on 5. His tee shot is short. And just grazed the left lip. Did not put any speed on that putt. He's got a relatively easy deuce putt here from that spot. Let's go to 7. Randy Simpson, who gave you a generous $25 donation prior to the tournament today to celebrate my birthday this weekend. Actually, it's tomorrow. Randy's left there. Randy will putt that for 2. And go to 10. Brett's on the tee. And that's going to go left, so he'll wind up with a 2. Randy's going to hit a 3 there on 10, on 7, right, and on 13. Chase hit the face of that triangle there. So he's putted for 2. Meanwhile, we go to 7. And Daniel makes it. Good putt. We just got Keith there on 6 with the ace there. We head back to 13 as Chase is studying his deuce putt. All right, let's go to 5. Oh, Steven just got the deuce. This will be the 7. David Greger. That's in there. Now for par. Well, that's going to be another 3 there for Chase. And here's Keith on 7. That's going to be left, and it goes down the hill. He'll have to putt this 2. Rick's tee shot here on 13 is in there. Nice shot. We had the 12. Dylan put too much speed on it, but he got a fortunate break there that hit the pipe, and it came within a couple of feet of the hole, and apparently there's water on it too, so we head back to 8. So I pick up some speed. It's gonna be on the edge, so a 2 there. We will go to 7. And Steven with the ace.
Happy birthday, Obi.
All right, we'll look at Joe Fesperman. It's going to be left, and we're going to set down here. Be back on the course in a minute here. Let's just say hello to our fine folks inside the clubhouse who are smart enough to stay inside where the heat is.
Patching a roof and it came through my roof.
Here's Vanette, who runs our tournaments here. We're going to have some high scores tonight from the way it looks.
High scores?
Chase already has 2 threes. Rick just took a 4 on 14.
You took a 4 on 14?
He got behind the triangle.
Uh-oh.
And
That's not a good.
And his deuce putt, he hit it to the back rail and it came, or whatever, it came right back to him.
Oh no, behind the triangle again? Or just far away?
Yeah, in front of the triangle. But he had then the 3 putt just sailed away. So,
Well,
but there's a lot. I saw Daniel taking a 4 on 6 as well.
I
So
couldn't picture it with the wind and the
the
change of temperature.
carpet's still wet.
Yesterday it was what, 40-something degrees warm?
Yeah, it was like 85 yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's continue on out here. We'll go back to 8. All right, Steve got past the cup there, and he'll putt this for 2. Now we'll go to hole 16, tree hole. That looks good. Good putt there for Chase, over to 10. David's tee shot is left, and he will pick that up for his 2. Rick's on the tee at 16. Looks good there. All right, back to 10. He's going to get the ace there. Good putt.
Good putt.
A lot of sloshing there as well. And we had 15 for the first time. Brett's on the tee. Oh, he got hit it early and hit the tees in the process. This will be for a 2. Got it, good putt. And David Greger on 13. I'm sorry, Randy Simpson had him on 13. Pushed it out right, so he'll get his 2. Back to 11. David's tee shot, that goes in. All right. Dylan's 15 there is behind the cup. And he'll putt this for 2. We'll get 14 for the first time. mentioned Rick took a 4 on it earlier, about maybe 5 minutes ago. Daniel's going to get the ace. Good putt. All right, so let's go to 12. Now Keith pulled it. Yeah, he's going to have the 2 after he relieves it off the pipe there. Back now we go to 18. First group's about to finish the opening round. Chase Ferguson on the tee, it appears. He caught the right lip, and he will putt this 3-footer for 2 to close his first round. Okay, now Rick on the tee. That's pushed out, and he'll finish with the 2. And here's 17, our first look at the hole sitting on top of the hill there. Brett left it short, and Brett's going to pick up a 2. All right, we go over to the tee now with Dylan on the tee. And Dylan missed it to the right, so he's at the back rail for a difficult 2 there. I say difficult because the putts break right. Let's go over to 16. Daniel's tee shot. And that's just got a piece of the front lip there, so he'll get a 2. Off the right rail. Not conventional. Let's check out Dylan for his par on 17. Good 2. Randy Simpson on the tee. He's got to hurry. No, that's going to be a tap-in deuce there. Back 15. Keith on the tee. Yep, short there. And that's another tap-in par for Keith. And here is David Greger on the tee. David 2 is short, and that'll be a par. We'll go to 13. Oh, Joe Fessman had it on line, but he hit it too hard, and they hit the back of the cup. So he's putting this for a 2. That pushed it. He's gonna get a 3. And now we'll go back now to 17. Randy Also missed to the right. And this 2-putt's coming up from the corner. Hey, good 2. All right, let's get a first glance of our scores here. Let's see if my prediction holds true that the scores are up.
The Ides of March. Julius Caesar.
Where are the Ides of March?
Yep. Dylan, if you were Julius Caesar, you'd be in danger of being stabbed. Or if you eat Caesar salad.
You know the Ides of March is 3 days away, by the way.
That's what Chris
I thought it was today.
Yeah, no, the 15th,
Ah. When is St. Patrick's Day?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah. It's speaking with. Now, what's that down here front by Rick?
88.
28. Okay. With the 4.
With the 4.
All right, so that's the front runner right now. Chase at 30 with a couple of 3s there.
Yep.
It's,
So we've seen a lot of bogeys just not looking out.
okay, let's head to hole 3. Well, see Chase and Rick into their second round. Rick's on the tee. It's in. Good putt. Back to 18. Randy on the tee to close out his opening round, and that's going to be a par. Over to 17. Keith. It wasn't hit that hard. That's why it broke away as it got up the hill. But this for 2. All right, and we'll see David Greger. Got a big kick. He'll putt that for 2. We'll head to 15. Joe is putting for that 2 there. Excuse me. Nope, and that's a 3, and we'll move over back to 4. A couple of loose golf balls here. Chase on the tee. Drops in, good putt. See if we can get over here by hole number 2. See Brett Newman on the tee. And it caught the left lip, and it drops in. Yeah, you better take it. All right. Yeah, let's go to 5. And Chase makes that tee shot. And let's go to Dylan on 3. It will be in there. Good putt. Here's Rick on 5. And Rick tops Chase there. Back to 3. Brett tee shot. It's in. Good putt. All right, let's walk back inside now. Let's get a couple more scores that have been turned in and see where
The low rounds we had. Yeah. So it had some more. Hammer had a 7, he said, on hole 5.
I had 1 ace. I didn't have
so Keith's at
I think it's
29.
good out there.
I did. I
Rick's leading at 28.
I know Rick had 2 babies chasing at 2 babies. I can picture that.
Back to 4. And Brett's made apparently the first 4 of this second round. He and Dylan are kind of. So Dylan and Brett are perfect through 4. Let's go to 7. Actually we'll go to 18 because the final group of the night is commencing. Well, actually they're about to end the first round. Steven gets a 2 on 18. Chase on 7. Caught the right lip, he'll have the 2. Steven gets the 2 there, and we'll see Joe Fesperin complete the opening round. That's left, he'll have the 2. And we'll watch Chase for his par on 7. I got the 2, and we'll look at Rick on the tee. We're checking for his spot on the rail he's trying to play. Should line up, and it is in there. Nice putt. Right over to 6. Dylan is putting a perfect game so far at the moment. Here he is on the tee. Oh, it's going to be a 2, his first one of this round, and let's go to 4. Daniel will make it there. Randy Simpson on the tee. Randy's tee shot. That might roll back. No, it stops behind the cup, so he'll get a 2. Now we'll get the first round scores that is now completed.
I can give you $5 back if you want.
No,
Rick Baird at 28, up by 1 over Keith Waters.
No, it's okay.
Chase Ferguson and David Greger are at 30. They're tied at 3rd.
I used to have the nonsense.
Up to 9. Rick missed it left and wide up with a 2. If I was able to keep track of how many bogeys were committed to that first round, it'd been about 20.
Well, Randy had 7.
I'm saying bogey strokes. Probably, and see Joe scored 45. That's at least 9 bogeys.
That's more than that. We saw Steven make one, and I know.
That's got to be at least 20 bogeys that first round.
Yeah, at least. I don't know about Daniel. And,
Daniel had a 406. I know that.
And Duke's down by 1 in that one.
Woo! No wonder he's not talking.
Well, he wasn't talking last month.
Well, that's true, but he's being.
All right, Chase got the 2. We'll go to 1. Wow, Steven's over there by the hump there. Got his 2. Whoops. Oh, I gotta get this shamrock out of the frame
There's not a lot
here.
of happiness. He shot at 7. I don't know if it's clean. I mean,
Oh, Joe's missed it there. He'll get his 2. See if we can get David Greger on 3. He was 2 off the lead.
This is like $10.
it took a huge kick. Look, wow, that looked like it was gonna. The way that putt was lined up, it was gonna be left.
Oh, which one?
David was like this close to the corner there on 3, and it kicked and it missed right.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, that has I've seen it happen a couple of times.
Yeah, that's not often.
Yeah.
Being almost me.
Dylan made the first 5.
That's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's 5 still, but yeah. All right, let's check out Keith all 4. Keith left it short there, and on the return, that's going to be a 2. David Greger on the tee. David's going to get his 2 there. We head back to 11. And Chase raised the left lip. He'll have the 2. Here's Dylan on 9. And Dylan missed right, so he'll get a 2. Back to 12. But there with the opening round lead, gets the ace there. And a 7. On the tee is Randy Simpson. And Randy's at the back rail for a 2. Chase on 12. Trace was also 2 back of the lead after the opening round. He gets the ace there. We'll get Brett now on 10. And Brett's going to pick up that ball for a 2. And we go to 13. Nice putt for Rick. Back to 10. It's good for Dylan. Nice putt. Submerged in water, but it's an ace. Back to 13. And Chase pulled it out, and that's a 2 there. We head back to 8. And Randy didn't hit it. 7. That's short. That'll be a 2 for Keith. Over to 14. Rick's tee shot will end up being a 2. Back over to 7. And David missed it off to the right. And he'll put 2 there, and let's go over to 12. All right, Dylan with another ace, and let's look at Brett's tee shot. And Brett just missed it left. Over to 15. And Rick left that in short, so it's going to wind up getting a 2. We head to 8. He caught a piece of that right lip, and he'll get that 2-putt in and go into 15 again. Chase playing the straight shot and missed it off to the right lip, and he's got about 6 feet for a deuce. Brett missed there on 13. Let's look at Steven on 7. Missing left there, he'll putt for 2. And we'll get Daniel Kearns on 10. Whoa! All right, he's got a long 2-putt there. It goes in. All right, it's 16. And Rick with the ace there. So get Randy on the tee at 10. And Randy just missed left. Let's go to 16 again. Kit Chase is going to get a deuce there. Back to 9. Key 2 is 1 off the lead. That's got to hurry. It will get in on the last roll. So Keith aces that hole. We go back to 11. Randy's got the ace there. Back to 15. Dylan's on the tee. It's in for Dylan. Nice putt. All right, we'll watch Keith on 10.
Good comeback.
And it's missed right. He gets the 2, back to 16. It's got to straight kick its way in, but it's not, so that's a par there. Coming up for Brett, and back to 9. Steven's tee shot is going to be in. That's up there. And back to 11. His tee shot also will go in. Good putt. All right, we'll look at Joe Festerman putting on 9. Yeah. Rick and Chase have ended their second round. I'm going to go back inside in a minute. Okay.
Stop.
Joe's going down the... Well, okay, he's going to tap in the deuce. And let's get a look at the score here from Rick and Chase. Okay, so Rick shot 24, putting him at 52 in the clubhouse. We just had some more crazy stuff coming out
What
there.
happened?
Daniel on 10 hit his deuce putt about 6 inches in front of the tee mat.
Oh no.
He hit the face of the brick and it came back to him.
At least it's straight.
Yeah,
Oh, he
that's the
is
danger,
straight.
and that's the danger when he does it. Yeah,
Ouch. Ouch.
I mean he pulled that sucker right into that
Oh,
brick.
man. I told him he was playing a dangerous shot on 60 one time in practice, and I said, Daniel, I said, you risk hitting that cup and going out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've never done it before. He's like, he did it like twice in one of the tournaments. He goes, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's definitely some risk on some of those lines.
I was trying to say earlier when Chris said that Duke was down at the half
By one.
by 1.
Yeah.
My birthday being tomorrow, there's a scenario that Duke and Carolina would play tomorrow night. And my birthday wish is for Carolina to beat Duke.
Oh my goodness, it could happen.
It could happen. But the funny part about it is Carolina and Duke have only met twice on my birthday in the tournament, and Carolina lost both those games. Let's see how Dylan and Brett turned in here.
30-26.
Awesome.
Yeah, Dylan started
I
off.
had 2 threes. I'd have had a magnificent run.
You had a 26 with 2 threes?
Dylan's
Yeah.
at 60 and Brett's at
63.
63. So Brett,
But 30 was like tied for
Rick's
third.
already started his final round.
Dylan shoots 10.
There's
with
Chase
two
on the
threes.
tee at 1.
You played good.
That's good shooting, you know.
And that's a 2 there. I'm going to assume Rick made the first hole.
I tried to lay it up and hit it and kicked back to the tee mat almost. And then that round, I let my ego get to me.
And we'll have Rick on there in a minute here. But we're going to go back here to the tee here at 12. Joe's lipped out, and he's going to get a 2 there. And here is Daniel on the tee here at 16. He missed there. He's putting this for 2. Back to 15. Oh, well short there for David, so he'll have the 2. Whoop, man. All right, Keith's on the tee. Yep, he's into the cheese there. He'll get his 2. Putt there. Back over to 17. There's Randy with the 2. And Daniel's on the tee. And Daniel will miss left and he'll putt for 2. Going to 4. And Chase missed right. And that's a 2 there. And back on the tee with Rick on the. And that's in. Back to 18. Going to see Daniel on the tee. And that's a 2 there. Back to 5. And Rick caught the right lip, and it's going to pick up his deuce. We go to 17. Over there is David Greger. It's going to be getting his 2 there. Keith on the tee. And Keith got the ace there. Good putt. Back over to 5. Chase also missed right. And he'll pick up a 2. Back to the tee at 4. Brett Newman. He'll get the ace. Good putt. And there's Keith's ball on 18 that just missed right. And it comes up about a foot from the cup for his 2. Maybe a foot and a half. And look, David Greger on the tee. That is off the right lip. That's a par. And I can zoom in on 6. I'm not going to see if I can get much out of it. Rick's tee shot is in. So Rick is, by my count, 4 under after 6. And we'll watch Joe Festerman's tee shot. He hit the obstacle there. That's caused the ball to be way left. Gets this 2. Good putt. We go to 7. Rick's going to be just short and a little off to the right, so that's a 2. And we go to Dylan on 5 with the ace there. Good putt. Let's go to 17. Joe's tee shot is short. All right, Stephen Mackin's on the tee. That's missed. And at the back row for his 2. Let's go to 8. Chase missed it right, and he'll get his 2 at the very close to the back rail. We'll head back over here to 2. We'll get Daniel on the tee. And Daniel got it. Trickled its way up the hill, but made it. Rick on the tee at 8. That comes in there. Back to 18. This is for a 2. For Joe Festerman, good 2. Going to 9. Rick on the tee. Rick's sitting at 83 at the moment. And that'll be off to the right. Steven to finish the second round with the 2. Rick's putting for 2 there at the back rail. While he's doing that, we can go to 7. There's Dylan's tee shot. That's going to go in. The putt there. All right, let's head back inside the clubhouse. Ooh.
Some lit scores. Even I saw you making some ones. How's shooting? 61. 61. Yep, that looks right. You're right. You're right in the thing.
Dang, Rick not gonna catch him.
Daniel, Rick, and Dylan had shot good with 2 bigs.
So 4 shots separate. Rick and Keith.
Yeah, that round's some
Rick's at 52, Keith's at 56, Chase at 57. Rick is 5 under going to 10. Keith just missed 3 after making the first 2. So that's how we stand right now. Sorry. You're right. Going to 8. Oh, Brett hit the pipe. So he should get his 2 there. Should. Doesn't mean will. All right, we head back down to 11. And Rick is currently 6 under going to 10. I was going to this hole here. It's sitting at 82. Keith. Oh, let's go to Keith. On 4. Okay, it's gonna miss right, and that'll be a deuce there. Back over to 11. And that's in. We go to 6. Get Daniel on the tee. And it's flat there. He'll have the 2. Well, Keith missed the tee shot on 5. He'll be putting that for 2. On the tee at 12. And Rick just missed left, and so he's sitting at 81 currently. Keith got the 2. Stays at 2 under on the round. Let's look at David Greger on the tee at 5. That's left, and it's going to be a par putt there. Back to 7. Daniel's drifting, but it's in. Good putt. All right, we head to 6. All right, Keith's in. He's 3 under. And Rick got that one. Back over here to 6 there, and there's David Greger that tailed off left at the last second. So let's go back now to 11. Okay, look at Dylan's tee shot. He is in there, good putt. Over the 14. And Rick has so far aced out the back at this moment. 10 under par in that final round. He's got his 2 there on 7. Rick's pulling away here. He's at 78. Let's go to 4. Joe Vesperman will have a 2 there. Check out 9. Rick is putting on 15. And look at the body language. He missed it. Daniel will miss left there on 9. Back to 8. There's Keith. Well, speed saved that one. All right, we head over to 12. Brett will make it there. All right, we go to 16. Rick's trying to pick up a personal 4 tournament win streak here, dating back to last Thursday night. Won the Winter Championship here, then won the Blackjack Tournament here, won the local Tuesday night in Ashburn. Now is trying to continue his hot streak here in High Point. Rick's now at 77 by my count. Let's go to 10. And Randy will be left, and he'll tap that deuce. Alright, so let me just go inside here and give a little update.
Had a good round.
Rick's at 77. He's missed 1 on the back.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah, whoa.
Take that.
So,
Which one did you miss?
15.
15.
Yeah. And he just made 17. So it's going for a 23 here on 18. Let's go to 9. David's gonna get the ace there. Good putt. And now Rick to finish it out. And that will be a deuce there. By my count, another 24. Score of 76. All right, and now we'll proceed on to hole 10. Keith missed the tee shot to his right, so he'll pick the deuce there. Pick up that deuce there. See David on the tee. David also missed right. We go to 15. And there's Dylan with a miss there to the left. Daniel on 12. That's going to drop in. Good putt. Back to 15. Right, hit the left triangle again. Back to 12. And Randy pushed it out. That's a 2. Here's Brett for his 2. Pushed it out. That's a 3 down 15. And we see Joe Festerman with a very difficult deuce putt now. Now, the rule is he can space it out as far as he can off the rail. I was going to see how he's going to play this deuce putt. Yeah, get the entire length there. All right, let's go to Dylan here on 16. Hurry, hurry, hurry. He's going to get the 2. All right, let's get Brett on 16. There's a 2 there. All right, Joe will now putt for 3. We can go inside and now look at what Rick shot tonight. He's going to pick up the win regardless. Anybody got to check on the score of the Duke game?
Duke was down by 1 with 10 minutes to go.
Okay, Rick shot 77. Okay.
68. Carolina's not up till 9:30.
Yeah. Well,
One up was list.
I had a birthday wish. Hopefully it would have happened tomorrow night. If Duke and Carolina played, Carolina would win. That's all I wanted. So, all right. So let's go to 18. Rick's gonna be a winner tonight. Here is Dylan on the tee. And Dylan got the ace. Good putt. Oh. Brett will putt that for 2. All right, that goes down to the last 3 groups. And one of them is about to play. Well, we're on 10. Let's look at Steven on the tee. Missing left, and he'll pick this one up for 2. Zoom up to 15. Randy on the tee. And he got it. Good putt. And Joe will, I'd give him the 2 there, just to be generous. All right, 16. Randy's tee shot. That goes in. Good putt. All right, we go check out Daniel's tee shot. And Daniel will putt that for 2 there, and we'll go to 14. David Greger will be on the tee. Well, he's safely in the box, so he'll tap that 2 in. All right, over to 17. Randy's well short there. He'll go for his 2. Over to 12. There's Steven with the ace. Back over to 15. David's on the tee. That's going to be in. Nice roll there.
Good roll, David.
Back to 12. And it goes going left. He'll get the 2. Keith on 7, or Keith on 15. Is a short tee shot, and let's go to 18. Randy on the tee, that's pushed out. He'll have the 2. And here's Daniel on the tee. He'll be short, and that'll be a deuce. So down to 2 groups remaining. We'll march over here to 14. Take this opportunity to announce that our next broadcast here on this YouTube channel is going to be Saturday in Asheboro for the Perfect 10 tournament. Starts at 10:30. It's going to be 10 rounds of putting there. Not sure what comes up after that. Asheboro is having the Winter Championship Tuesday night at 7:30. It is expected to be in the 30s for that one, as is our next tournament here in High Point on course 2 next week. Steven's going to be getting a 2, and we go to 18. I will also announce that 2 weeks from this coming Monday, I'm going to be heading to Augusta for the first time. Augusta's hosted a national championship this year, so I'm going to make at least a couple of trips, maybe 3 or 4 total. Keith finishes with the 2. David's on the tee. And I think the March 30th tournament's on the red course. David will finish with the 2. So we got Stephen and Joe for the final 4 holes.
Come on.
Stephen going, I'm sorry, Joe gets a 3. Excuse me. That just got past the triangle, and it's in for Steven. Good putt. And he'll be on the tee here at 16. That's in. No, missed left. Joe, front door, no. Caught the right lip. Oh, hey, he'll putt this for 2. All right, 2 to go. Steven caught the left lip, and he'll be at the corner for his 2. Okay, he got 2 there, and here's Joe on the tee. And Joe's also missed there. So he's got this deuce putt coming up.
How are you for that for 2 so you can get this?
No, pushed it. At least stay up. All right, so we're down to the final hole of the tournament. Be right there for Steven. He'll have the 2. And Joe Festman will
Shoot 25.
culminate our evening.
Dude, if I wouldn't have flagged 16, I shot 25.
Joe will tap it his par.
Yeah, would you believe I'm gonna tell you I'll make the second at 19? Probably on the back 9. I don't know what my score is.
So that completes play here tonight on course 1. All right, so let's check out our final scores. So Rick Fair with a dominant performance tonight, particularly in the second and third rounds. Shoots with 77. Walks the dog here, winning by 9 over Dylan, who put in a pair of 26s to finish at 86. Third goes Chase Ferguson and Keith Waters, both at 87. And this will do it here from High Point tonight. We appreciate everybody watching our broadcast. We'll be in Ashburn Saturday, starting at 10:30 for the Perfect 10 tournament. And next time we'll be here in High Point, it'll be Thursday night at 7:30 on course 2. It's going to be a frosty one from what I am gathering here, but we're still going to play regardless. And thanks to everybody who are here at High Point for wishing me a happy birthday, which, like I said, is tomorrow. So next time you'll see me, I'll be 56 years old in Ashburn. So until then, we will sign off now. We will talk to you next this weekend in Ashburn. Good night, everybody.